Under Justin Trudeau's watch, during the address of the President of Ukraine before the House of Commons, an SS soldier was recognized and honored. This brought enormous shame on the House of Commons. It was a huge international embarrassment. It brought great hurt to Jewish Canadians and indeed Jews around the world, and was a propaganda win for Putin, all under Justin Trudeau's watch. And yet Justin Trudeau claimed that he wasn't responsible, even though it was his event, he organized it. Typical of Justin Trudeau, he blamed everyone else. He particularly blamed the now former Speaker of the House of Commons, who fell on his sword and resigned for Justin Trudeau. But frankly, Justin Trudeau's story has never added up. And this past week, the former Speaker gave an interview that casts new doubt on the Prime Minister's version of events. According to the former Speaker, the Prime Minister's office plays a major role in the vetting of guests for major events like an address from the President of Ukraine before the House of Commons, as one would expect. According to the former Speaker, the Prime Minister's office vets guests with what he characterized as a fine-tooth comb. Consistent with what the former Speaker said, documents that have been produced to the House of Commons Procedure and House Affairs Committee demonstrate the Prime Minister's office's major role in the vetting of guests. Indeed, during the address of the President of Ukraine, the Prime Minister's office attempted to disinvite a guest who was not on the Liberal guest list. In other words, the Prime Minister's office was vetting guests with a fine-tooth comb. So how is that possible? And yet Justin Trudeau claims he's not responsible. He had no idea that this individual, who turned out to be an SS soldier, was a guest at the address of the President of Ukraine. It just doesn't add up. The Prime Minister's version of events isn't credible. There are essentially two scenarios that are possible. Either the Prime Minister's office was involved all along and they didn't do their homework on this guest, or there was a colossal breakdown in the protocol process. Neither scenario is acceptable, and in both instances, Justin Trudeau bears ultimate responsibility. Canadians deserve answers, and they deserve answers now. And it is why Conservatives have forced a hearing of the Procedure and House Affairs Committee to get to the bottom of this affair. Canadians deserve the assurance that this type of international embarrassment will never happen again in Canada's House of Commons.